Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, we're using the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann, supportive oracle cards, the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Okay, what do we have for Taurus? What do we have for Taurus? I don't know who had... Somebody had this outcome. We'll get to it when we get to it. Like, I'm just noticing a card here at the end, and I'm like, I've seen that. Already in this... Like, this is... A lot of these readings are ending very similar to the others. It's very interesting. I don't remember the last time that happened. Starting off for Taurus. Going into this situation... Mystery. Mystery is definitely here. Mystery, connection with people a lot. It feels like it's a very family connection. Could be, if it's friends, it's like close friends. They wouldn't just be acquaintances. You got the Moon card with the Whale Spirit. The Whale Spirit to me, it feels like family to me. Here it says, trust in the great mystery, but... And they're reiterating, like, it's almost like they put the Moon card, they're like, also, we want you to talk about the mystery in this one. Definitely want mystery here. But there's, like, it's a group, like, I don't know what's going on with this group of people. Either literal family or friends that feel like family. For some of you, I know that job connections or, like, work connections, co-workers can feel like that. Usually, especially for Taurus, if you've worked with them for a long time, it could feel like that. So you decide where that fits. You know what I mean? There's a lot of like, what is going on with these people? There's like something feels off, something seems off, something doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what they're doing. And if I try to go towards it, it's either people look at me like, I don't know what you're talking about, or they don't tell me, or I feel like they're hiding things, or something doesn't make sense. Something quite isn't right. And it's kind of like, you don't think it's bad. That's the thing. You're like, something isn't right here, I can't put my finger on it. And you're not thinking it's bad, you got the Fool card. You're kind of like, well, either people think I'm crazy and they don't see what I'm talking about, or they just literally don't want to tell me. So I guess it's fine. Like, you trust the people. That's the thing with the Whale Spirit. It's kind of like, you don't think anybody's holding anything in a negative way, but you're like, they're holding something back, and I just don't know what it is, and I'm curious why, but I trust the people I'm with. I feel like you do. I know for some of you, you might be like cringing at that, like, well, I don't know if I like that, but it's kind of like you don't think they're not looking at you in a negative way, but you're like, what's going on? This just, something feels off to me. All right, into the next section. What is going on here? The Lover's card and the Skunk. Ooh. This is not negative for you. Like, not directly. But when I get the Lovers and the Skunk, like, something is a little bit less appealing to the masses. Like, publicly, whatever this connection is, it could literally be somebody's, like, got a romance thing going on that people are like, ooh, I don't know if that's right. For whatever reason, it's subjective to your group. Or it could be kind of like, you know, somebody's getting involved with something that other people might find unsavory. Now, like, I feel like a good example, take this with a grain of salt because I'm literally getting this example. Like, there's certain things online where people like to be more erotic and more of an exhibitionist. And sometimes there's like, you know, they can do that and they can make money while they do it. I believe it's completely legal. I don't see why it wouldn't be, because you're not touching anybody, but like they do stuff like that, right? Personally, I don't see a problem. Other people find that unsavory. But this might be one of the things that's been found out, or somebody knows, like somebody's making extra incomes with something like that. Or it could be just like it's something going on that the total group doesn't like. Like, for example, me, like I'm a tarot reader, right? In my family, not everybody's a fan of that. Let's just leave it at that. But it's kind of like I can be looked at as an unsavory connection because I do this. Because I just flat out because I do this, quite frankly. Not everybody, but some people. So I think you're following what I'm saying here. There's something like that where like people are like, ooh, I don't know if that's going to be handled well. I don't know if people are going to like that. But whoever's doing what they're doing, they seem to be on point and they seem to be enjoying it. They have no intentions of stopping, but not everybody's going to like it. Also with the skunk energy, like, I think of baby skunks because I think when skunks are babies, they don't have that stinky pee thing going on. So they're like cute little cats when they're very little. But then when the stinky thing comes in, you're like, well, okay, you go on and go live in your wildlife, whatever you got to do. We're good. So that's another thing with the skunk thing. It's kind of like there's very beautiful aspects to a skunk. I think they're very cute. I'm not going to go up to pet one because I'm not an idiot. But, like, I'm not going to do that. I'm like, they're cute over there. You stay over there, cute skunk, and nobody scare it. Just leave it alone. Cute to see. They're very soft, like when they're babies, they're soft anyway, because I've pet one a long time ago. But, like, you just, yeah, they're pretty, they're cute, you leave them be. You know what I mean. There's more ideas coming in. This might become more public later. Because I'm getting, like, in the environment, the Page of Swords is, like, a lot of rumors are being said. And that might be another piece of this. Like, maybe some people know, but the majority don't. It's just kind of like rumors floating around. That might be another reason they're keeping it from you. They're kind of like, well, it's just a rumor. And you don't waste the Taurus's time with rumors. So it's kind of like, it's somebody you like that's doing this. At this stage in the game, it's just a rumor. And that might be another reason, again, why they're not saying anything. Kind of like, you might not take that well. Kind of like, that's not right. Don't tell rumors about that person. That's not right. Whether it's true or not, if you don't really know for sure, and then why, even if you do know for sure, why are you talking about that? Leave it alone. So they're thinking you won't like that people are talking rumors about this situation, so that may be another reason they're keeping things away from you. Kind of like, no, the Taurus isn't going to be impressed with that. That we should just keep it to ourselves. But again, the spider, I get communication with spider a lot. It says make your own dreams real. And then you also got the pig here. Pig is not a bad card, but it's also, again, like the perception, similar to the skunk. Like, a lot of people view the pig as a dirty animal. I don't think if it's taken care of correctly and it has the proper space, I don't think it is. I may be wrong, but I think, like, if it has adequate area to move around and it's in a nice area where there's, different things, I don't think they are. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. If you cram them into a small space, I think that's when they get kind of dirty and gross, but they don't have a space to do anything else in. Could be wrong. Not a farmer. Don't want to be either. This coming together is telling me people are talking about what's really happening versus what's not. More information. You're going to hear it. At some point, you're going to start hearing it. Somebody's going to have the guts to say, there's a lot of rumors about blah, 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 and they're saying this and this and that. And I feel like you're hearing it, sooner or later it's coming around your way. It's definitely coming around your way. And I feel like you're looking at it very subjectively, kind of like, well, if that is happening, does it matter? Kind of like, I use that, exhibitionist thing online, which some people do. Like, who's getting hurt? Like, why is that bad? Like, like if they want to do that, they're not touching anybody. They're not going to catch anything from anybody. So that they don't want to do it anymore. Something gets uncomfortable. They turn off the camera. Done. They can stop whenever they want to. Nobody's forcing them to do anything. So I feel like you might go objectively like that. Like, that's their business. That's their business. So what? I'm getting the spirit spider here. Spirit. It's coming around. You're going to hear about it. I do also get, though, and they're reiterating this with the electric eel, which is kind of funny to me, because they're giving you the tower with the electric eel. it's not like you're shocked. It's like you are shocked. Whatever you're hearing, it's not like you're just like, oh. It's kind of like, wow. It's like, I don't know how to, it's like you sat on a live wire, like, woo, like, oh, I'm awake now. Okay. It's kind of like, you know what I mean? You sat on a buzzer and you're like, whoa. Or if you see those little, those videos where somebody sits on a chair and a horn goes off and they're like, hey. Like, that's the type of shocked you are. Like, well, when you hear this, but you do go objective, and when you first hear it, you're like, whoo, okay. You will go I keep getting that you're going to go objective on it, but when you first hear it, you're like, are you serious? Like, Aunt Minnie is doing what? Woo. Go for her. Like, you go, Aunt Minnie. It's kind of like, Aunt Minnie wants to do what she wants to do. She's going to do what she needs to do. I just feel like that would be like a real shocking. Like when I'm thinking Aunt Minnie, I don't have an Aunt Minnie, by the way. I had one aunt years ago, and her name was not Minnie. She was actually a teacher. I don't know why I'm throwing that out there, but it doesn't matter. Shocked. And whatever it is, it's kind of like you're partly amused. Like, really? You're not offended. I don't see any offensive energy here. Just kind of like, really? Like, wow. Okay, Aunt Minnie. Okay. Why not? Why not? And then you got the Knight of Swords. Kind of like, you know what? That's not right. It's like you go objective, kind of like, if it is, so what? But then you go a little farther and like, wait a minute. That's not right. I don't like people saying these things. It's not bad if she is, but I don't think she's going to appreciate it if it's not. So why are people saying this and how far has this gone? And I feel like you're kind of like, wait a minute. I don't want to upset people. So where is this coming from? Why do people think this is happening? What's going on? And I feel like you're kind of like, let's drill this down. Where is this coming from? And is this real? Is this exaggerated? Maybe she's just reading exotic stories online. She's just reading some books and they're exotic. Maybe that's as far as it's really going. So it's not like she's showing her body. She's just kind of like reading some of her own fan fiction. Or maybe she's written some things and she's reading them online and people are paying to hear it. Maybe it's something like that. Maybe it's a little bit off base from what it actually is. And you're like, let's find out what's really going on here. Maybe Aunt Millie isn't flashing everything to the world. Maybe she's just like doing something else that's in the similar category but not quite that. Which you're also like, even if it is, it's not, so what? But still, let's find out the truth. Let's see what's really going on here. You got that Knight of Swords energy. Temperance, Hanged Man. I almost feel like the Hanged Man, like somebody's afraid of being judged. So I feel like the questions and answers are like, they're very slow to come forward. And I feel like whoever this is about, they're kind of like, you know what, I don't really want to get into depth conversation about this. Like, I feel like they're kind of like, I'm doing what I'm doing and I'm happy, but I don't think it needs to be, like, I don't think it's everybody's business. Just because I want to do it and whatever doesn't mean it's everybody's right to give me an opinion on that. You might have that energy there, kind of like, yeah, I don't really want to talk about that with everybody. I should be allowed to do what I want, and I don't have to, everybody isn't obligated to give me their opinion. Like, how do I put this? I'm not obligated to hear everybody's opinion. Just because somebody has a thought about it doesn't mean I want to or need to hear it. And I feel like this person's like, I'm going to do what I want, but that doesn't mean I have to stand up in the middle of the town and announce it to everybody and just see what everybody feels about it. Y'all can have your feelings, but y'all need to keep them to yourself too. And I'm getting the squirrel energy right with it. Kind of like, I feel like somebody, like, I don't want to say they're embarrassed, because I don't think that's right. I think what's actually happening is kind of like, yeah, like, I'm living my life. So I don't need everybody's approval for that. And if you have a comment, that's your business. Keep it to yourself. That hanged man is kind of like, just because y'all found that out doesn't mean that you're automatically granted a conversation about, no, this is my business. No. And I feel the energy from whoever this is kind of like, listen, yeah, that's out there and you can watch it. Obviously it's out there. Doesn't mean I have to listen to your comment about it. the energy isn't bad here for you, but I feel like you're getting it kind of like, they're doing what they want to do, and that's their business. Doesn't mean everybody has the right to spread rumors about this person because of it. It's the Eight of Wands with the bat here. The bat is very interesting because it says a rebirth is assured, which is telling me the situation is not over. This person's going to become more open. I feel like they might not have realized how popular this situation was going to become. They might not have realized. It's almost like when somebody has a YouTube channel and they're not expecting the world or the local people to figure it out. They think it's just going to be like a quiet thing that only some people are going to know about and probably not anybody locally. And then the right person, one of their friends or somebody locally finds it and recognizes them and then puts it on their Facebook page, and then bam, all of a sudden everybody they know knows. And it's kind of like, okay, yeah, I'm doing that, but it doesn't mean, again, I keep getting like, they're feeling like just because I'm doing it doesn't mean everybody gets to give me their opinion about it. Have your opinion, just stuff it. It's kind of like they can have their opinion, they need to stuff that opinion. That's going to change over time. It just keeps going. I feel like if you just make it easy for this person, kind of like, yeah, if you want to talk about it, I'm cool about it. I just think it's interesting. But yeah, no, I don't need to be in your business. You don't want me in your business? I don't need to be in your business. I just think it's cool that you're doing that. That's all. You're correct. Not everybody, you don't have to talk with everybody about it. I get it. I agree. It's your business. I just think it's cool. Because I feel like that's where you're going to end up. Kind of like, no, I don't think there's a problem with it at all. Whatever it is, like, I know I use certain examples, but it doesn't mean it's going to be that example. But whatever it is, you're like, yeah, it's cool. Whatever you're doing is your business. That's your business. I'm just thinking I think it's cool that you're doing it. That's all. It's going to come back around. I feel like this person literally needs to get more comfortable with the public aspect of it, because they're going to realize, like, everybody knows. And I feel like there's going to be a small time frame where they're like, oh, I really wasn't expecting it to go everywhere like that. But once it's happened, they're kind of like, well, it has now, so it has now. Everybody knows now. I think they're going to embrace it once they kind of get used to, and they can really like, well, everybody knows now. And then they'll embrace it, and I think it's going to go in a stronger way. It's going to go better, but they have to get to the point where they embrace it. I feel like after they embrace it, I feel like you're going to find out more about the situation. But until then, it's kind of like, they'll acknowledge it. They'll be like, yeah, I'm doing that, but that's my business. And they'll be like, yeah, I understand. I'm just saying it's cool. I just think it's cool. That's all. But yeah, I agree. It's your business. It doesn't have to be the whole world's business. I agree. I understand. Meanwhile, at the same time, you might be like, well, you're kind of telling these stories publicly, so I don't know how it wouldn't be the world's business, but that's fine. You're rolling with it. I'm getting there's going to be more coming for this later. This isn't going to die out. This is going to actually get stronger. Just go with it, roll with it. I think it's good. I think you're a supportive energy to this. This person will need your support at some point. I just feel in the beginning, at this point, they're not expecting it to get this popular, and it's getting more popular the longer it goes. All right, that's what I have. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.